Hey guys, welcome back to my garden. This is slightly weird for me because I just finished the last vlog like 30 seconds ago, but presumably you are not watching these 30 seconds apart, so hi, you're doing a great job, and I know that because you're still going and you're watching this video. Don't worry, you can make it. Continuing in my encouraging stream of consciousness, I am again heading straight back to the Bible because I love it and it's a good source of encouragement and true things. So Paul, at the end of Philippians chapter 4, says, "Finally, brothers," after he said a whole load of other stuff, "whatever is true, whatever is honourable, whatever is just, whatever is pure, whatever is lovely, whatever is commendable, if there is any excellence, if there is anything worthy of praise, think about these things." So back to the beginning of that list, Paul is like, whatever is true, whatever is blah, 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 think about these things. Paul's saying, actually, we've got to fix our mind on the truth. We've got to fix our mind on the things of God, which is hard work when there is a whole bunch of other stuff going on, clamouring for our attention. You know, other exams are flinging themselves up in our face, being like, no, fix your eyes upon me, and what could happen? No, Paul says, fix your eyes on the truth. Jesus says in John chapter 8, he says that the truth will set you free. So actually, remembering the truth is pretty important, and it gets knocked out of our brains pretty quickly. I often find it really difficult not only to know the truth, but especially to remember it. And you know, often I start the day thinking, yeah, actually, you know, God loves me, God's got this, it's okay, remembering who I am, remembering who God is, and within about 30 minutes I'm completely lost to, you know, whatever it is that has happened to me on my walk down the street. One of the verses that I love from Deuteronomy, which is also a book that I love, although you might not expect it. It's mainly a book of like rules and stuff when Israel was being set up as a nation, and God was telling them how to remember their identity, basically, how to keep their identity as God's people, and how to like hang on to that even in the middle of all kinds of other stuff, in the middle of being, you know, surrounded by other people and other nations who didn't behave like them, in the middle of like travelling, in the middle of like having to fight loads of wars, in the middle of having to build cities, set up a nation. He was like, you need to remember who you are, otherwise you're gonna set yourself up wrong. So Deuteronomy chapter 6 is I don't know, probably Moses talking to the people of Israel. He says, "Hear, O Israel," this is verse 4, "the Lord our God, the Lord is one." Good. "That you shall love the Lord your God with all your heart, with all your soul, and with all your might." Excellent. So that's the command. That's what they've got to remember. God is one, and they have to love him with everything that they've got. And then he says, "These words that I command you today shall be on your heart." They will be, whether you want it or not. They will be on your heart. "You shall teach them diligently to your children." That's what I'm doing. Not, anyway, whatever. "And shall talk of them when you sit in your house, and when you walk by the way, and when you lie down, and when you rise." All well and good. Basically, talk about the truth. Talk about who you are. Talk about your identity. Talk about who God is. And then it says, verse 8, "You shall bind them as a sign on your hand, and they shall be as frontlets between your eyes." I have no idea what that means. Probably look it up, but I don't know. "You shall write them on the doorposts of your house and on your gates." Fine. And then, you know, he carries on. But basically what I take this to mean is you are going to forget this unless you make every effort not to. And so what I do with this is I often write things that are true on my wrist, because then I see it all the time. And I haven't so far got it actually tattooed, because there are lots of things that are true and I need to hear different things on different days. So today and yesterday, I've gone for beloved, remembering that actually I'm loved no matter what I'm doing. And that is true. And it might be that actually you want to just take 30 seconds to ask God, like, what do I need to remember? Who am I? Or who are you? And write it on your hands. Probably don't do it if you're going into an exam. I recognise that that in itself is not solid advice. And also you might be like, I don't know, worried about getting ink poisoning. But the heart of this verse is actually like, you need to make an effort to remember the things that are true, because the truth will set you free. Fix your mind on it. So just, I can't encourage you enough. Just take like 2 minutes to ask God for something that is true about you, and do whatever it takes to remember it. Write it on your hand. Fix it as frontlets between your eyes. Or write it on your doorposts with post-it notes. The truth will set you free. The truth is that you are loved, that God has got this, and that He is bigger than anything else that's coming your way. See you later. You're doing a great job.